guys, and welcome to Jay's Nest. Today I'm going to show you what's in my hospital bag for newborn cloth diapering. I also have a few items for the baby. I keep it, I would say, generally minimalistic as far as what I'm bringing for the baby. As far as cloth diapers go, way overboard. But I'm just kind of showing you what I packed. But I'm going to give you guys some suggestions if you guys are packing a hospital bag for your baby and you want a cloth diaper your newborn. If you're considering it, I haven't really seen any videos about this. So maybe this will be helpful for you. This is my second time using cloth diapers in the hospital. I'm definitely not an expert, so these are just suggestions. It'll definitely vary from family to family. If you're just wanting to see what I'm bringing, check the description box down below for a breakdown of this whole entire video. Tip number 1, you want something that's small enough. Personally, I prefer something that's cord friendly. I've seen moms talk about not having cord friendly diapers and their baby's stump being just fine. For me, it's more of a hygienic issue, and the umbilical cord kind of grosses me out. And every time I have a new baby, I still don't know what the heck to do with it. Just being honest, this is going to be my 5th baby, but every time I have a newborn and their belly button, I don't know, it just kind of grosses me out, and I don't like anything touching it as far as diapers go. And the main reason, let me give you an example. The main reason I don't like things touching the diaper is because if you have a diaper like this with the little Joey, has the umbilical cord snapped down, but this absorbent part right here, this is an all-in-one, so everything that's is absorbent is already sewn into the diaper. If that is covering your baby's stump and your baby pees or poops or whatever, and it wicks onto this fabric in the front, it's going to get on your baby's cord, and the thought of pee and poop on the baby's cord really grosses me out. So personally, it's just a personal preference, but I don't like anything touching the cord. I like things to sit comfortably underneath the cord, and sometimes it's hard to tell what diapers will and will not fit under the cord. There's just no saying. It depends on how long or short your baby's torso is. Now, there are quite a few diapers out on the market. There are quite a few newborn all-in-ones with this umbilical cord snap down, which is pretty cord friendly for most babies, I would say. There are covers out there that are pretty cord friendly as well. Do your research. I do have a few videos where I'll link them down below if you guys want to see them, where I talk about newborn cloth diapers that did work for us underneath the cord. And more recently, I made a video of some video clips from 2016 from my last child of things that did and did not work underneath the cord. Just kind of a mashup and voiceover of some of the things that I went through while I was in the hospital cloth diapering, and then when I got home, what did and did not fit. So maybe if you're wondering what would fit under the cord, maybe that video would be helpful for you. Again, it depends on how long or short your baby's torso is. My next tip is to have enough diapers. Having enough diapers is really important. Most hospital stays, this is just average, is about 2 to 3 days. Now, some people will stay more, especially if they had complications during birth, and some people will stay less. Some people will stay for 24 hours. Most likely, I will stay in the hospital for 24 hours unless something goes wrong. I am packing enough diapers for a 3-day stay. I am going for a vaginal birth after cesarean, which is a VBAC, so there's a good chance that I could have a C-section if something goes wrong. So I do have enough diapers just in case. The average amount of diapers a newborn goes through is 10 to 12 diaper changes. Now, when your baby is first born, you might find that they aren't at all going through that. Those first few days, your baby could go through like 6 to 8 diaper changes. That's what I've experienced with all of my children. That's very normal, just because your baby is not really taking in that much fluid. The size of their stomach, I'm pretty sure, is the size of a marble, if I'm not mistaken. I'll leave a graphic on the screen, but they don't really need to take in that much fluid, so they don't really put out that much fluid as well. They don't go through that many changes, and if you're choosing to breastfeed, if you're trying to breastfeed, it takes a while for your milk to come in, so you might find that your baby really isn't going through that many diaper changes. Personally, I am preparing for 10 changes per day while I'm at the hospital. If I'm preparing for a 3-day stay, I am bringing 30 diaper changes. Not necessarily like 30 of these, but enough for 30 changes. But also keep in mind that there's nothing wrong with using a mix of disposables and cloth. If you're 100% on using cloth I would say aim for 10 a day. But honestly, I think that would be more than enough, having 10 per day. Because like I said, babies don't really go through that many changes. There are kids screaming at each other out there. Babies don't go through that many changes. We have all 7 kids this weekend. Or 6. This will be number 7. I have all 6 kids and they're just fighting. So I apologize if you hear that. They're out there with my husband right now and they sound a little rambunctious. So like I said, aim for about 10 changes per day. I think that is more than enough. Some babies will go through 10 changes in a day. Sometimes they come out of the womb and they're just all over the place. They're just poopy and peeing everywhere. So, you know, that might be your baby, and I think 10 would be more than enough for those first few days. The third thing to consider is something to store your dirty diapers in. I'm not a huge fan of like large hanging wet bags. I do use one because I have had one for 3.5 years now, but you know, it's not my favorite way to store, but I think in this situation where you're cloth diapering in the hospital, I think it's a great solution. Personally, I'm not going to bring a huge hanging wet bag. I'm just going to bring a few smaller ones. The main reason is the hanging wet bag that I have, the large one, or the extra large one, I don't know what the specific size is called, it doesn't have a snap on the handle. So here's the handle on this one, and you can snap it onto things, which is really nice. So I usually like double loop it around things to make it a nice tight grip, and then I snap it. This is perfect to hang on that little bassinet in the hospital room. So I'm bringing 2 of these specifically for cloth diapers to store dirty diapers in. You know, if I'm only going to be there for 24 hours, the baby really isn't going to go through that many changes. And these can hold up to like 8, maybe 8 to 10 newborn diapers, which is pretty generous. So for me, this is definitely enough for us. I have 2 of them. Pretty sure this is a Planet Wise one. Yeah. And then I also have a Grovia one. This Grovia one is definitely quite a bit smaller, but it also has that snap-on handle. So I'll be using both of these in the hospital. If you do decide to go with these smaller wet bags, I do suggest bringing 2, maybe 3 of them. You can find them pretty cheap on eBay, Amazon. I think places like Happy Behinds and the Fluffy Penguin Company, they also sell those China cheapy ones, the rebranded Alva and Happy Flute ones, and I'm sure you can find them for under $7 a piece there. The Grovia ones are about $10 a piece, though they are pretty small. I think the China-made ones are just slightly bigger than this, but you know, if you're on a tight budget, that might be something worth looking into. If you do order off of eBay, those cheapy wet bags, if you order those off of eBay, you might find they take 2 months to reach you. So keep that in mind if you're planning ahead, if you have enough time. That is something great, easy, cheap to use. I have one somewhere around the house. I'm pretty sure it's dirty, but I've had mine for over 3 years. It's held up great. You know, the quality isn't like my Smart Bottoms one, which I love, which is in use, and I don't think I'm going to bring that to the hospital. But, you know, it is a really good, affordable wet bag if you want something. I think for the basics of your bag, I think those are pretty much the basics. You need something that's cord friendly, you're going to need enough diapers, and then also you're going to need somewhere to store your dirty diapers. Now, hospitals, they provide pretty much everything for you. They have little outfits your baby can wear while you're in the hospital. You will need to bring an outfit for your baby to come home in. And, you know, that's pretty popular, the take-home outfits. People get really excited about that. They have blankets there, they have hats there, they have pacifiers, they have formula, they have lactation consultants if you need help breastfeeding. They also have wipes and diapers, disposables, obviously. Hospitals really carry a big variety of things while you're there. They really take care of you while you're there, and your insurance does pay for that stuff. So some other things that you could consider are cloth wipes while you're in the hospital. I'm personally just going to use the disposable wipes that they're going to give us. That's just kind of easy for me instead of having to get up and wet the wipes every time the baby has a dirty diaper. And then I'll just do cloth wipes when I get home. We, generally speaking, we do a mixture of cloth wipes and disposable wipes here anyways. Another thing to consider are fleece liners. Your baby might be sensitive to wetness and might not like cloth for that reason. So maybe consider bringing fleece liners. Also, consider bringing a cloth diaper safe cream. I love the CJ Spritz. This is their old packaging because I've had this forever. This is really nice when your baby has a sore bum because you can just spray it on their bum instead of having to touch their sore or raw parts. So I think that's really nice. Plus less germs of you dipping your finger in a tub and spreading it and dipping in. Just a couple little sprays and you're ready to go. So I really like CJ's butter for that reason. These kids are so loud. And another thing that you can consider is coconut oil. This could be a good barrier cream, a rash cream, and also it keeps meconium from sticking to like everything. Meconium it's really tar-like. There's no issue with meconium at all in cloth diapers. It's not going to permanently ruin your diapers. It could possibly stain. We did have some staining with Scarlett, but after a few washes and sunning, it went away. So I mean, it's really not that big of a deal. It's water soluble. But if you are worried about meconium and you don't want to deal with any of that stuff, put this on at every single diaper change, and that helps keep the meconium from sticking to everything. So if you're worried about meconium, try coconut oil. And then something that's not really cloth diaper related is making sure that your baby has at minimum one outfit so you can take your baby home in that. Like I said, they do provide blankets there in the hospital. They do provide like little weird generic top thingies that button, just, you know, weird little stuff there. So you don't technically need to have your baby in an outfit while at the hospital, but it is important to make sure that your child does have clothes when they come home from the hospital. Personally, I'm bringing 3 outfits just in case baby poops on something, maybe leaks out of a diaper. The chances of that happening are pretty slim since babies don't really go through that many diaper changes, but just in case something happens, we did bring 3 different outfits, and I feel like that's, you know, if we did stay for 3 days, I feel like that's a really good minimum amount. So yeah, those are my tips if you're considering bringing cloth to the hospital. Make sure you have something that's cord friendly. Make sure that you have enough diapers. I would say 10 per day is more than enough, but I'm also an overpacker, so that's why I think that number is more than enough. But if you're somebody who doesn't like to overpack, you might consider bringing maybe 8 a day. I just don't feel comfortable with that number just in case for some reason baby is extra poopy or pees a lot. You're going to need something to store your dirty diapers in, and then also a few other things to consider. Coconut oil, cloth diaper safe cream, maybe stay dry liners. I just cut up a fleece blanket and use these, and then also cloth wipes if you want to go that route. So now let's get on to what I have in my bag. Alright, so I'm going to start off over here. I have these little Joey knockoffs. I have some, this is Happy Flute, and then these 2 are THX. They're all designed exactly like the little Joey, but I swear these are not as absorbent as a little Joey, which really aren't absorbent at all. But the nurses love these diapers. My husband loves the design of these diapers. They have the umbilical cord snap down. They're super easy to use at birth. So these are great hospital diapers, which is really the only reason why I have these in my stash, because they're great for those first few weeks, but you know, longevity, they're just, it's not there. Then these are my little Joey diapers. Again, these are just the same as those. Then I have my Smart Bottoms Born Smarts. These worked really well for Scarlett at birth and under the cord, though for babies who have really skinny chicken legs, these don't work very well because the legs are too big. So we will see. All of my babies have pretty much had really chunky legs, so I'm kind of hoping these do work because they're just so tiny and cute. And then over here I have a Ragababe. Not sure if I'm actually going to use this. I bought it in very good use condition, but honestly, like, I feel like there's just not much stretch to any of the elastics. I'm not sure what they normally measure at, but this does have that umbilical cord snap down, which makes it cord friendly, so I don't know. This may or may not be used, but I do have it in my bag just in case. I have this Imagine Bamboo Newborn, and this one also has the umbilical cord snap down. I brought the microfiber one last time around with Scarlett, and the fit was really great. The fit is very similar to the little Joey. The only difference is that it's just so much wider in the crotch than the little Joey. Look at that. It's kind of ridiculous, but it has the same exact snap placement as the little Joey does. But this did work under the cord for us last time around. I have this Grovia Newborn All-in-One. This didn't work for Scarlett underneath the cord. Like, it was just, I mean, it kind of fit under the cord, but for my comfort level, it was a little too close. But if the baby is a boy, we are going to put him in this diaper first. At least that's our plan. I have seen this diaper fit other babies underneath the cord. And I guess I could always tuck in the top PUL above the snaps. There's not much fabric there, but I could tuck that down a little bit to help fit under the cord if that's an issue. And then I have the Bum Genius Littles. My friend Nicole loved this diaper. She has a YouTube channel as well. She's talked about this quite a bit. I'll leave a link to her channel down below if you guys want to check it out. But she loved this diaper at birth and underneath the cord. If you guys know me, I really hated the Bum Genius 1.0, which was a Velcro. It's just a crappy diaper. It just, I don't know, not for me. I didn't like it. I wouldn't recommend it. Some people love it, but I've heard great things about the 2.0, so I'm excited to give this a try. I don't know if this will fit under the cord for us, but it did for Nicole, and also Leah Margaret. She just had her baby as well. I don't think she's made any newborn YouTube videos since she's had her baby, but she did post on Instagram that this did fit under the cord for her. So I'm excited to see if that will actually work for us under the cord. Then I have 3 Thirsties diapers that I'll bring to the hospital as well. If the baby is a girl, she'll be wearing this. So if you guys follow me on Instagram, you guys on Instagram will be the first to know before my YouTube channel whether I have the baby or not. And you will know if the baby is a boy or girl depending on which diaper the baby is wearing. So keep that in mind, my fellow Jay's Nest followers. So if you see a picture of baby in one of these diapers and I haven't quite announced the gender yet, you will know by these diapers. Boy, girl. But I'm bringing 3 of these. We did bring a Thirsties microfiber last time, and that fit really well underneath the cord. Has the umbilical cord snapped down. I personally prefer the natural newborn all-in-one just because it's more absorbent than the microfiber. And I'm not a huge fan of microfiber in general. We have 3 of those. These I'm just bringing to kind of see. I'm thinking the Velcro one. These are Alva pocket diapers. Newborn pocket diapers. I'm thinking this one will fit under the cord because I can tuck that top panel down and then Velcro it. Not sure if we'll actually use this, but I'm bringing it maybe just in case to kind of see if it does work under the cord. And then I have them stuffed with a Giffen hemp newborn insert. These were a pain in the butt to stuff, so I'm probably not going to be using these that often. And then I am bringing a few fitteds as well. I'm bringing the Workhorse, the Cloth Ease Workhorse newborn snapless fitted. This can fit pretty much any baby under the cord if you get the snapless version. Snaps are just, it's so limited with the sizing, but the snapless are really nice because you could literally just fold it really far down or just a little bit to fit under the cord. The tabs are so customizable, you can make it as tight as you need to for a really, really tiny baby. So I like the snapless fitted for that reason. I did bring it last time and we liked it last time, so we'll be bringing that this time. And then I'm bringing this Thirsties newborn natural fitted. This is probably the tiniest fitted I own. It does have the umbilical cord snap down and a rise setting, so it's going to get really tiny. I just want to try this out to see how it looks at birth and in the hospital. So yeah, that's what that is. And then I bring in an EcoPosh newborn fitted. I love these with Scarlett. These do have that umbilical cord snap down. These are quite a bit bulkier, so I don't know if this will actually get used, but I did love this with Scarlett, so I'm bringing it just in case. And then I'm also bringing just a small pile of pre-folds as well, just to see how I like the fit of these. I have the Grovia Infant pre-fold. This one is really thin, but I think that might make for a nice trim fit. And it is bamboo, and bamboo does shrink, so it is a little bit smaller than my Green Mountain diaper one. And then I do have a few of these Imagine extra small bamboo pre-folds. These are just a little smaller than the Grovia ones, but they are a little thicker. But I want to see how these work, and they're just so soft. I feel like the baby would just love how soft these pre-folds are against his or her bum. I have some Oh So Cozy. I think they're called size 1 or infant, or maybe that's the same thing, I'm not sure. Pre-folds, I haven't used these yet, but I heard they're very comparable to the Cloth Ease ones. So, you know, we'll see. We'll see how this works. It looks like a good pre-fold. The quality looks pretty good. And then I also have my Cloth Ease pre-folds, which I'm a huge fan of Cloth Ease. I just think they're all around a really good brand of pre-folds. And then here are my new newborn covers. Way more than I need, but I might try a few things out to see how they work. I know this Thirsty's Preemie newborn cover will work. It's probably the smallest cover in my stash, to be honest. And I haven't used this specific cover. I did try the extra small last time and I hated it. It just wasn't small enough. It was so bulky for an extra small cover. But this one's even tinier. So I know this will work if I need something trim. And then the Bummy Super Bright. This fits the same weight range this does. They're both 4 to 9 pounds, I think, or about 4 to 10 pounds. So I know those will fit under the cord. I probably won't use this, but I'm going to bring it just in case. This is the Bummy Super Whisper Wrap. It's sized just a little bigger than the Super Bright. And then I've heard the Happy Flute fits under the cord really well, and I kind of just want to test it out. So I probably am going to use this one just to see if it works, and if it doesn't work, I have lots of other covers I could use instead. And then I have these, which are just kind of, I know they'll fit, but I might just use the other covers instead. These are my Rumparoo's newborn covers. I got a snap and a Velcro, just depending on what I'm feeling like that day and what I want to use. And then I also have a Sweet Pea newborn cover. This worked for us under the cord as well. May or may not use it, just depending on, you know, what diapers we're using in the hospital. And then I brought this Buttons newborn cover. Again, I may or may not use this, but I wanted to see if this did work at birth under the cord. Yeah, I don't know. I've never tried the Buttons newborn cover, and I'm excited to give this a go. And this print is so cute. A few other things I am packing for the baby outside of the wet bags and the diaper cream, which I will be bringing. These 2 wet bags and the CJ's Butter Spritz. I'll be bringing, oh, I gotta wash this. It hasn't been used in a while. It's called a Woombi Air is what it's called. Oh my gosh, Scarlett loved this while we were in the hospital. It looks like there's baby puke on it. Oh yeah, that's nice. Well, I guess I'm gonna have to wash this. But this is really nice. Since this baby's going to be born in the summer months, it has nice airflow in it, this little mesh airflow, so it doesn't get too hot, but it definitely swaddles baby and keeps baby really nice and close and tight. And some babies like that, some babies don't, so we'll see if this baby likes that. But we love this. I actually won this at the Great Cloth Diaper Change in 2016. There wasn't one in 2017 or 2018 in my area, which is really sad. I went to the one in 2015 and 2016, but the one in 2016, I won this. And we weren't sure if we were going to keep this, we weren't sure if we were going to like it, but I'm so glad that we kept this, and it's pretty gender neutral as well, so I'm glad we won that and kept it. And for the baby, since we don't know what the baby is, we decided to just go with gray outfits. Gray is just nice and gender neutral. Most of the stores we shop at have like either lots of blue things or lots of pink things and barely anything in the middle for gender neutral, which is kind of frustrating. We got this little sleeper. It's yellow and gray. And then we got this little sleeper. And then we have this one, which has been passed down. Hazel wore it, Scarlett wore it, and now this little baby will wear it as well. So this might be the baby's first outfit, just because it has some sentimental meaning and it has been passed down through about half of the other children. So yeah, that is everything that I'm packing in my hospital bag this time around. Words don't even describe how excited I am to use these diapers and to get a little baby squish in these clothes. It's hard to believe that this pregnancy has flown by this fast. If you've made it this far, if you've made it to the very end of the video, I have a question for you. What do you think baby is? I've had a lot of people guess. I asked on Instagram maybe like 2 weeks ago what people thought. The majority thought boy. There were a few girls sprinkled in there. I also asked on my personal Facebook. I think 14 said boy and 7 said girl, something like that. I want to know what you guys think. Do you guys think this baby will be a boy or a girl? I'd love to know what you guys think. I love when people guess. A few more weeks, probably about 2 more weeks, I'm guessing. We'll see. Don't quote me. And like I said, if you guys want to follow along, you guys want to know when the baby is born, Instagram will know before my YouTube channel. So I will leave my Instagram handle right here so you guys can go follow me on Instagram. Also, I don't know how I'm going to announce the gender of the baby, but like I said, if I don't come out and say boy or girl, you're gonna know by the diaper. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.